Welcome back, everyone. This is Professor Nagma, and the topic which we are going to cover today is skimming pricing strategy under the subject of international marketing. So let's get started. Skimming pricing strategy is basically charging the price of the product in such a manner that a company covers all the expenditure which has incurred in the process of making or creating a product. So basically, how does it work that exporter in international marketing, exporter or the marketer or the company, they charges a very high prices initially in order to recover the incurred losses on the expenditures like promotion activity, advertisement activity, research and development activity. So this is all known as skimming pricing strategy, and you're well aware of this because this is something that you have studied already in your FYBMS and SYBMS. So this is how does it work basically. The best example for international for skimming pricing strategy would be done by iPhone. Now you must have noticed that whenever iPhone one product comes, whenever one product is added into one product line, when it is launched, during that time the price is almost they use the skimming pricing strategy during the time, and the price during that time is very high. And the moment they have incurred all the expenditure which they have put into that, and after some point of time, or after 1 year, or after few months, the price drastically goes down. So here, what in skimming pricing, what they do is they cover all the prices, they charge high price in the initial time, and whenever they see the pricing is dropping down, they come up with the new product and launch the new product. So this is how they maintain their life product cycle of their product. Now moving ahead to the objectives of pricing strategy. So the main basic objective of the skimming pricing strategy is to earn profit, to earn quick profit. Point number two, to recover the cost from research and development. So whenever, see, if a company is ready to adapt this strategy in this scenario, a company needs to give the customer the satisfaction of the worth and the value of the money which a customer is going to invest in their product. So this is a pressure on a company to give the good quality of product, and in order to give the best quality, there is a lot of research and development cost has to be incurred. And hence this is also one of the reason that the company which tends to put more and more money in research and development are the one who charge the high prices for their products, because at the end they know they are giving the best quality to the customers, and they are going to get satisfied because they will get the worth and the value of the money which they have invested in their product and the services. The third point is to recover cost from promotion. So whatever the promotion and the advertisement activity which has been done, and more the high level of advertisement, more is the cost, and that cost is included in the price of the product or the services. Moving ahead to the advantages and the disadvantages of the skimming pricing strategy. Now the first advantage which you see is high profitability. Now this is needless to say that skimming pricing strategy gives a higher profit. And in returns, what do you get? What a company gets? A company gets a lot of cash in their hands, because higher the profit in less time, more the money in the hands, more the money in the hand, more the chances of expansion of the company, more the chances of investing the money further, more the chances of investing the money into research and development activities, into innovation activities. So a company has a lot of room, space and money to expand their business even more. So this is one of the main advantages of skimming. Point number two is speed recovery. Now speed recovery from what? From the expenditure. expenditure like promotion expenditure. Now let me tell you this, these all expenditure does not give you money back. You have to put this is basically, it works like a fire. You need to put a lot of money into advertisement, a company needs to put a lot of money into promotion activity, but these all money gets recover when a company is charging a good price, a healthy price for its product. Moving ahead to the third points, helps to forecast and marketing demand. Now, see, when I say forecast, now forecast is basically having a plan for the further expansion. One company will not make a plan without having sufficient funds in their hands. So once the company is financially stable, they can look for further expansion. And if the company is not financially stable, they will not have an optimistic view for the further plans. So the moment the more money in the hands of the company, the moment the more security, it will lead to further innovation, further plannings and innovation. Now third point is right to promotional strategies for innovative products. Now innovative products are very transitory in demand. Now why it is? Because we live in digitalization. We every As a customer, we need more convenience, we need something better than other what the other have. So, and because of this, and the company which is financially stable is only the company which can produce into innovative products. Point number 4 is cash flows. Now this strategy provides a speedy recovery of the cash, and therefore maintains a very adequate cash flow in the organization. Now what it reduce the dependence of the money from the outsider in the form of debenture or loans. So if a company has a more of debt ratio, that company seems to have a not a very good healthy scenario in the market, and that also affects its goodwill into the market and affects the share value as well. Moving ahead to the fifth point, the reflection of high quality. Now see, this was a disadvantage in penetration market, and here it is an advantage. Higher the price of the products, the consumer may feel that the goods are of superior quality, and therefore may generate a positive response from the customer. Moving and that too from the customer which belongs from the upper middle class. Moving ahead to the disadvantage. Now disadvantages of the following are: the first point, slow sales turnover. So why does it work? Because higher prices may reduce the turnover, low economies of scale, less unit will be sold, and the problem of overstocking and blockage of finance come into the picture. Moving ahead to the second point, feasible for short term. Now, this strategy can be adopted when the exporter or a marketer plans for a short-term benefits from its product. So, when I say short-term benefits of the product, that means when a company or an exporter, for example, iPhone, they keep the lifespan of one product line very short, not more than 6 months. So that's how it works. Moving ahead to the third point, encourages competition. Higher profit may encourages competitors to enter the market, which may wipe out the initial gains. The fourth point, diseconomies of scale. Now, this was an advantages into the penetration market. High economies of scale is higher the demand, higher the production, and having a large scale of economies of production. But this is over here it is here over it is exactly opposite. Because since the price are very high, the good is produced in a limited quantity, hence diseconomies of scale. Now fourth point is high expectations from the customers. So consumer tend to have a high expectation from the high price product. Now the failure of such product will lead to a negative publicity a lot. The last point for the day is The last point which you see as social restriction, it is wrongly added to here, just kindly ignore. I'm talking about the legal restrictions. Now, what is legal restrictions? So it is not applicable on lot of products. It is applicable on the specific products for, say, medicines or the food articles. There are some countries who have these certain rules, and one cannot increase the price of such products, even if they want, even no matter how much advertisement or how much research and development they have done. If a particular company has such kind of rules for them, rules for it, that becomes a problem, and that mostly becomes a problem into the international marketing. I hope you guys have understood. That's all for today. Thank you so much.